Good evening, everybody. How you doing today? Pleased to welcome you to this amazing session. Good evening, Mr. Mahmood, Engineer Mahmood. I guess that is you. How you doing today, sir? Okay, let's give 2 minutes to see if others could come in right now. Mr. Mahmood, how have you been? Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening.
Happy new month. Hope
How
you've
are
been
you
well.
now? Same, same to you. Same to you. Same to you. Yeah, it's a
Awesome.
pleasure to be here.
Yeah, my
Thank you
pleasure
for
is
organizing this.
yeah. I believe that
Yeah, thank you.
throughout the time that we're going to be having together, we will have some value together. Okay.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, by God's grace. By God's grace. By God's
Yeah.
grace.
Stay blessed. Hello, Benjamin. Good
Oh.
evening. How you doing? Hello, Benjamin. Good evening.
Yes, good evening. I'm doing well.
Awesome. Happy new month.
Oh yes, happy new month to you too.
Yeah, Dennis. How are you? Good evening.
Yes, good evening, sir. I'm good. Happy to be here.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, sir. Thomas, sir.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, without much ado, I think we should go straight into the call. This is, we're not going to be doing African time today, and I hope that those who have joined early will get maximum value. My name is David Ogedinta, for those who are meeting me for the very first time. I'm a globally certified life and business coach, and it's my pleasure to share these few minutes or hours together as we talk about this all powerful topic, from ideas to execution. I want to tell you for free that what you need is just the next 6 months to revolutionize your life, your business, your career. If you have amazing ideas that you want to take on the global stage, all right. 1 minute, somebody somewhere. So sorry, guys, for that short interruption. I'm in a place where they needed my attention. So I'm saying that today is a great day for every one of us here together because we're going to be moving, you know, higher steps from ideas to execution. Now I'm going to be sharing a 90 days blueprint. It's not enough to motivate people to take the ideas seriously. It's not enough to join master classes. It's not enough to do your plans or write your New Year resolutions. Okay, no matter the plan, no matter how passionate you're about it, and you don't execute, you will not achieve your goal. So today, in the next 90 minutes, perhaps or less, we're going to be making a journey from ideas. We're not throwing away the ideas, but we are, navigating the ideas until we are able to execute and until it's able to bring us on the global stage. Now, I want to warmly welcome everybody here to the Clarify to Clinch Inner Circle. This is elite community for CEOs, founders, leaders, and top professionals. As a businessman, I have made certain mistakes. I have moved from, the highs, the lows, make a lot of errors. But one thing is common that I've discovered in my journey is that you cannot go alone, right? That is one of the primary reasons why we created the Inner Circle. Inner Circle, a community that we are going to be sharing with you amazing roadmap that just in the next 6 months, you will not recognize your career, you'll not recognize your relationship, you'll not recognize your project, you'll not recognize whatever you are doing right now as a professional. All right. So I believe that everybody here, because this is created for founders, CEOs, leaders, and top professionals. Is there anybody here who do not have any idea or business idea or something that can make you money at all? Is there anybody in this audience? You can say me in the comment section. All right. I don't have any ideas. Okay. I just, live my life, go to work, do what they ask me to do. And that's all that takes my time. Is anybody like that in this call? Awesome. So I've not seen any comments. So put in a comment if you have any idea you think can save somebody, his life or his business, or anything that is important to them. You have any idea you think that is important, that can make you money and that can change the world around you. Just type, I have an idea, before we do the next exercise. Okay, I think I'm seeing some comment. I'm doing fine. Okay, amazing. So is there anybody who have an idea? Because we want to make this as practical as possible. We're not going to be talking about moving you from ideas to execution, right? If you do not have ideas, guys, sirs and moms. Oh, Engineer Mahmoud say he cannot hear me. Can anybody hear me? Please put it in the comment section. My mic is unmuted. Hello, is there anybody in the audience that can hear you? I can hear you. Okay, Benjamin, I can hear you from here. Awesome. Okay, Engineer Mahmoud, maybe check your network. All right. So let's go ahead. Is there anybody? Where are our founders? Is there anybody in the audience that said, I have an idea? It could be a business idea. It could be a project idea. It could be something that you believe can help you, can help someone, can change the world. Just type in the comment section, I have an idea. Let me know if I'm talking to the right audience. Okay, Dennis, I have an idea. Awesome. Now, yeah, Benjamin as well. I have an idea. Now, if you notice, where I've asked these questions, both online and offline and in various fora, you'll find out that having an idea is not a problem. All right? You don't have an idea problem. I believe that what you have is an execution problem. And I'm going to explain to you if you disagree. All right? So I'm not saying that you are not currently executing, but this will move you at least 20, 30, 40, 50% from where you are if you're able to implement these strategies, or an entire 180 degrees if you commit to do what we're talking about. So one fact that we know right now is that for Yoruba people, they say idea outibodju. Where's Mike? Okay, the idea is too much, it's overflowing, but the execution might be the challenge. As a businessman, as a coach, as a business consultant, why people pay me money is to design execution plan for them. not to give them ideas. All right. Now, there are certain persons who come to us with certain unfiltered ideas. All right. There are certain things that are crossing their mind, but they've not clarified it. Then we help them to clarify it. But often than not, you see people have amazing ideas. So, but their challenge is to move that idea to achieving their business goal, is to move from that idea to achieving their $1 million mark, is to move them from that idea to achieving global impact. Okay. Now, in this call, because you are professionals, I know that you have learned enough. All right. You have skills, you have education, you have some certifications, you have learned enough. All right. And today is 2nd of May. We're already in the 5th month. So you have planned enough from the beginning of January, from the beginning of 2026. You have made your plans, you have designed your roadmap. So having a plan is not a problem. Having a skill or attending seminars or learning anything is not the problem. Okay. um what is it now? I hope can you still hear me, please? Can you hear me? Somebody is saying no. Okay. Okay, it's Madam Judith. Awesome. So you have acquired some trainings, you have acquired some skills, you have learned enough, and then you have waited for execution enough, but the results are still inconsistent. So is there anybody in the audience who say, I've learned enough, I have planned enough, I have waited enough, and still? Now, this call is timely because we just welcome the month of May. Today is May 2nd. All right. For those who have 2026 goals, can I ask you, how far have you gone? Is there anybody who is confident to share in the comment section just a percentage, 10%, 20%, 80% of your 2026 goal? Can you share? All right. I'm asking this question to ascertain if the result you want is consistent or is inconsistent. Let me know if this call is for you, because we want to move the right set of persons from ideas to execution. All right. I can't give you what will not be useful to you. Okay, I'm not seeing any comment. So let me ask again. Is there anybody who's confident to say that his result has been inconsistent or that you're not where you want to be yet? All right. So that I will know we are at the right audience. Okay. So, but the truth that we have shared this evening so far is that you have been trained. Okay. So right now, many of you in this place might be overthinking decision. So there are going to be 4 categories here. Please identify the one that speaks to your current situation. So who are you now? Overtaking decision, or you're starting but you're not finishing? You're busy without having the right outcomes, or that you're delaying what matters most? Which is it? Okay. Which is it, guys? I hope it's not my network that is throwing people out and bringing them back. Is anyone here who falls into any of these categories? You are overthinking decision currently, or you are starting certain big ideas but you're not finishing them, or that you're busy pursuing your ideas but the real outcomes are not coming, or that you're delaying from starting? Which of this category defines you the best? Please use the comment section. I'm asking this question so that we know the best way to give the intervention that we have for this evening. All right. For those who have been working and not getting outcomes, this is how your years get wasted. All right. Now, what we have seen over time is that we keep setting goals and not achieving them. Is that you have noticed a pattern that when you want to do something very powerful, you are so passionate at the beginning, and after a while, that passion fizzles out. Is that pattern consistent with you? Or you say you have big ideas, you have big plans, you have big goals, but what you find yourself doing is not consistent to the kind of result that you want. Awesome. So it seems that network is being very bad. I don't know if anybody's encountering any challenge like that. Hello, Benjamin, is there any challenge? Can you hear me? I see you drop off and come back, and then others are also dropping.
Hear you.
Okay, beautiful. Network keep throwing some other people out. Awesome. All right. So I've asked this question, and then we're talking about the pattern that people notice every year in, year out. Right. Just give me a minute, Benjamin. Let me check in the platform. Okay. So Ben, it's like is just me and you that are still here. There are a lot of persons that are coming. I don't know if it's a network glitch or something. So, but something typical, that causes people stuck in their powerful ideas is that they keep setting those same goals all over again. All right. And nothing powerful happens. They notice some pattern, but they don't know what to do about it. But the worst thing that had caused them to waste every other year is that they find themselves doing something outside of what they have dreamed, outside of what they have planned, outside of the goal that they have set. All right. And this is the core truth, right? This truth is able to transform everybody who is supposed to take the key actions from tonight to move you from ideas to execution. Right? Dennis, you're welcome back. It seems that you dropped off at a point. Okay. Now, if you know what to do, if you have clarity without execution, you'll be frustrated. You start beautiful ideas, you know what it is that you're supposed to do, but somehow you're not able to execute it to the capacity that you have dreamt. You're not able to execute it to the capacity that will make you happy. When you enter the university, you know that you can study medicine or you can study any course at all. But you see that moving yourself from just that idea that is what you're supposed to be doing to actually doing what you want to do, especially for founders and business owners here, all right? The niche area that you want to operate. You have all the skills. You know who you are supposed to target. But still, you are not able to get the result that you want. You're not able to execute effectively. You see yourself frustrated. That's on one side. On the second side, you are able to execute. Okay, you start your business, you go out today, you go out tomorrow, but you see that you are doing this on your own with the ideas that you have in your head. No clear structures, no accountability. That leads to chaos. All right. So, my proposition tonight is that you need both clarity, execution, and then structure for you to move from ideas to execution. So let's move forward so that we can understand what this is. I want to speak to you tonight with some experiences and then with a structured pathway, a blueprint that I believe if followed, carefully, like I did, like many of my clients did, you'll be able to execute effectively, especially to achieve your 2026 goals and join us on the global stage. Today is not just another webinar. Today is not just story. All right, it is your execution reset. Now, at the end of this call, you're able to discover deep secrets that you can sustain your execution. All right. So if you're ready, type "I'm ready" in the comment section. All right. Let me know that if you're hearing me. So type "ready to execute" if you can hear me. All right. Because we don't just want to share another webinar. All right. We want to, reset our execution strategy. Ready to execute. Amazing. Thank you, Dennis. Thank you, Benjamin. Thank you, Engineer Mahmoud. Now, I am one like you, all right? That I'm on this side of the camera doesn't mean that I have everything figured out. So I want to tell you a bit of my story, all right? That looks similar to your current story right now. Yes, I want to tell you a bit of my story that looks perhaps like your current story right now for us to be able to move from where you are right now to the execution circle that you want. In 2004, I made a very drastic decision to leave my father's house in Aba. All right. After school, I was doing apprentice. I sat on my father's stencil and was helping him do and make one or two cash. All right. But that wasn't enough. I made a decision to move out of southeast to southwest, for school. But then I didn't have the money for my education yet. So, but I just made the move. Another thing that worked significantly in 2004 for me was when I left Babcock to Kaduna State to start a work to raise my school fees and then go back. God showed me what I now know as my GDP. It's called GDP is Growth Development Plan. All right. As the work proceeded, I made some plan that in the next 20 years, I want to be here. Now, there are a lot of you who have, hatched some plans for a very long time. You're not alone. Right? Now, fast forward to 2003. I have long graduated, I have long done service, I have started work. I decided to move to Benin. So maybe this thing is not working like I want in Abuja. Let's go to Benin and try. All right. Dennis, that was when I went to learn a few Lahore, Woye, all right, in Benin language. All right. So I moved to Benin City. I was working. And then I also enrolled to do my master's in Uniben. So I joined the civil service while I'm also doing my MPH. So all that was in a bit to achieve my goal. All that was in a bit for me to position myself to do what I have always wanted to, but it wasn't forthcoming. Fast forward again to 2019, I started businesses, right? I'll rent shops, take loan from the bank, and then add to my salaries, and I started the business. I designed the business model that I was not going to be selling only one product, all right? I signed some franchise and able to, start running the business with three strategic product line. Unfortunately, unfortunately for me, I discovered that the person who was working for me was busy eating all the money. All right. It was one of the products that had a tracking system, was the only money that was coming to me. So when I was frustrated, like many people who start businesses and it's not working as a plan, I closed down the business. And then God so kind, I got opportunity to join network marketing that uh, I distributed a financial product for a multinational company. Now, fast forward again to 2022, I decided to resign from the civil service because that pathway was not enough to help me achieve my goal. All right. I was already getting traction in some of the things that I would love to do. But what I was doing currently was not cutting it. So I called it a quit. I signed my resignation letter. In fact, I paid my employers 1 month in lieu, all right, because I wanted out. So that was when officially I launched my coaching business and consulting and digital marketing business. Now, between 2022 and now, a lot has happened. All right. Now, I'm going to share with you the turning point in all of this journey, when it started and how it started, and how this framework is also able to help you achieve what you want to achieve. Okay. Now, between 2022 and 2026, right now, we are managing multiple businesses to the glory of God. The little that we have founded, some collaborations and partnership here and there. But remember, the journey from 2004 through 2013, through 2019, through 2022 was not a day's journey. If you count back right now, it's about 22 years. But I'm not saying that the roadmap I'm sharing with you will take you 22 years. I want to short circuit this process with this framework. Okay? And that's going to be the turning point for everybody who want to take this seriously tonight. All right? Right now, we are building robust systems to expand our businesses and help others. Right now, we are achieving structured expansion. That is also possible for you from someone who was not so clear about what he wanted out of his life to somebody who is building a global business, who is able to partner and able to provide solution. Now, the turning point is the framework I call clarity, alignment, and execution. And I want to show you how this works. Now, here is the big idea, right? It's not enough to, desire a change in your business, in your career, in your leadership experience. Results are not accidental. Let me say this again. It's not enough to have big ideas. Results don't come by accident. If you believe that, say, type in the comment section, result is not accidental. Okay, let me know if you are still fully engaged. Results are not accidental. Now, I'm saying this to show you that you don't just have ideas and begin to monetize immediately. Hello? Yeah, thank you, Dennis. Results are not accidental. Rather, results are structured. I just showed you a 22 years journey and then the structure that have helped me. Remember, in 2004, I designed my first growth development plan. But that was not able to give me the result I wanted until we're able to implement the framework I'm about to share more details with you. So, but before I show you this roadmap, this is what we call the execution gap. Why don't people execute even when they are so passionate about their ideas? Even when they have, skills, even when they have 10 years, 5 years, 15 years of industry experience. Why don't they execute? One of the reasons that over the past 10 years I've discovered is that you have clear ideas, but you don't have clear priorities. What are clear priorities? Right? Your idea might be to work in the financial sector. My dear, those people who are doing Osusu are also in the financial sector. All right? Even the Yahoo Yahoo is in financial sector. That's on a lighter note. Okay? I didn't mean that at all. But for you to execute effectively, you should be able to have a clear priority. Usain Bolt was not able to run 100 meters because he can run from one point to another, or because he discovered that he can run. So in your business or the ideas or in your career, that you have big ideas, you need to crystallize these ideas to core priorities. And I'm going to show you how to do that in this call. And then in the roadmap, I'm going to be recommending for you. Another reason why people don't execute is because they have no structure. Yes. One of the reasons why the first business I started in 2019 failed was because there was no structure, sufficient structure to sustain that business, and it collapsed. You see people who their career have collapsed. You see people who their ideas, their foundations collapse. They are not able to execute because they've not built sufficient structures. I'm going to be telling you how to build these structures in this call. Another reason why they don't execute is that body no be firewood in the local Nigerian parlance. You can't do it all alone. No man is an island. I just told you about Usain Bolt. He's not able to run in seconds alone. He has a medical team. He has people who monitor his vitals. He has people who provide his shoes. All right? Structure, accountability is critical. This is one of the reasons why we created the inner circle, to provide accountability to founders, CEOs, top professionals, and leaders. All right? And another reason is no right environment. Now, we're going to be defining this right environment. This is the singular reason why people japa, all right? So I'm not going to be talking for, or against Japa in this particular call. All right? But because you are not operating in the right environment in this instance is not talking about your geographical location alone. All right? Who are the people around you? You are a decision engineer. All right? You are into tech. You are into financial sector. You are into food business. What defines your right environment? Now write this question in your comment section, because by the time we are unveiling the details of the framework, you will be able to align them properly. Begin to ask your question right now. What defines the right environment for my big idea? What kind of accountability do I need for my big idea? What kind of structure do I need for my big idea? What kind of priority do I need for my big idea? All right? Now, this is the solution framework. I've told you it's about clarity, it's about alignment, it's about execution. Now, clarity simply means that you need to define your outcomes. One of the biggest reasons why you are not able to execute, or why people don't execute, is they have ideas, they don't have outcomes. In Clarify to Clinch, when we talk about goal setting, that you want to make or you want to lose 10 pounds is not clear. It's not an outcome enough. All right? So clarity simply means that you need to define your outcome even before you start executing. When that outcome is not clear, execution becomes impossible. Alignment simply means that after defining what your outcome is, align them with your core values and then do focused action. All right? And then execution means you do it today, you do it tomorrow, you do it every day. Now, I want to introduce a framework that have helped several businessmen, founders, and CEOs, including some of those who are in this call. All right? It is called a 90-day blueprint. Now, I didn't promise you that you're going to be moving from idea to execution overnight. That promise is not realistic. And I can't make that promise. All right? But what I can guarantee you tonight is that I'm going to show you not just a 90 days blueprint, I'm going to show you a 180 days roadmap. One of the reasons why people start and fail is that they want a 1 year execution timeline to happen in 1 day. That's not realistic. Okay? So you have a beautiful idea and you want to execute on this idea. I want to share with you a 90 days blueprint that we are going to be working together in an organized, support-driven, community to be able to achieve. So if you want something to happen in the next 12 months, in the next 1 year, this 90 days is your beginning point. Your next 90 days will determine your next 12 months. Please write it down. Because ideas cannot become outcomes in your tummy. Ideas cannot become outcomes on paper. All right? You must activate a roadmap for that to happen. And I'm about to show you how, step by step, this is able to happen. All right? But before I give you a little more details, I need to justify why 90 days. Now, in my circle, right, in the Clarify to Clinch inner circle, and then in all the businesses that I run and how we help our clients, We don't do quick fix. Hello? If you are here for quick fix, you just come in today, you have an idea, and you begin to execute to your best capacity, that this is not the room for you. This is not the roadmap for you. All right? So we have a roadmap that take you some days, that take you some activities for you to be able to implement. So why 90 days? It is short enough for you to stay focused. 90 days is just 3 months maximum. All right? 90 days is short enough for you to stay focused to do this work that we're going to be prescribing consistently for you to stay focused and get results. Why 90 days? 90 days is also long enough for you to begin to see results. It is short enough to, solve one problem that you have been having, which is you don't have time. You just want it overnight. So we kept it short for you, 90 days. Long enough that if you remain consistent for 90 days, you will definitely begin to see results and the kind of result that you desire. Thirdly, it is structured enough to be able to measure progress. Short enough to keep you focused, long enough for you to begin to see results, and then structured enough for you to measure progress. One of the reasons why people set goals and not achieve them, like you have set 2026 goals and you are not even confident to tell me whether you have done 5% or 10%, is because you don't have indices to measure progress. That's about to change tonight. So the 90 days Clarify to Clinch framework is about to resolve that. Now, I have told you this framework is in 3 sections, in 3 phases: clarity, alignment, and execution. Now, clarity simply focuses in the very first month to clarify your core values. Have you been at work in a place where you are meeting organizational goals, yet you are still frustrated? You have abandoned your core values. You have not fulfilled your core values, or you are not clear about what these core values are. In the very first month, we are going to deploy some advanced tools that will assess your entire journey to make sure that you align with your core values. Next, we define your exact goals, describing the outcomes that you want exactly as you want them. If you are in agriculture business, we will design in the next 90 days to 6 months the kind of result that you want before the end of 2026. Not that I want to make money. That's not a goal. We don't set those kind of goals here. All right? Next, you set measurable targets. If you have these goals clarified, we set targets, what you are supposed to be doing in order to be able to see results. All right? And then you are able to eliminate distraction. Another reason why you're stuck at ideas and not move to execution is that there are a lot of things distracting you. Somebody says, oh, they can make money through MMM. All your money goes in warm. oh, they say that is POS business that is making money. You jump and start. Another person comes and say, oh, um, you want to travel abroad. You jump inside. So one of the things the first month is going to do for you is to give you direction. Call direction. So month one. Month two, we'll now focus on alignment. We have identified your core values and your core goals. We align these values with these particular goals. Have you noticed that sometimes you are doing something routinely, but you are frustrated? You start a business, you open your shop today, and you discover, are you sure this is what I'm supposed to be doing? So there must be an alignment Hello, hello guys. Can you hear me? Let me know in the comment section if you can hear me. So sorry for the break in transmission. Okay, thank you so much. Um, 1 minute, let me. Okay, you know, sometimes we can finish planning and in the process of execution, something else happens. Okay, so apologies for the break in transmission. All right, so I'm just we are moving ourselves from ideas, moving from ideas to execution. All right, and we are sharing a 90 days framework that can help anybody, all right, to move this marks. Okay, please you can also let them know in the general platform that we are back, so that they rejoin. All right, if somebody can do that quickly. All right, so I'm breaking down the framework. All right, I'm sharing the framework. um Excuse me. Okay, okay, I'm hoping that they join us back soon. All right, so we might need to speed it up a little bit. So we're saying that this success framework is able to move you from ideas, even if those ideas have not been tested before, even if you're not clear about the ideas, even if you are afraid about your ideas, even if you have no money. All right, with these ideas, this framework is able to move you from the point of that idea to executing them and then moving on the global stage. Thank you guys for coming back. So sorry for the short break in transmission. So in the first month, we are dealing with clarity, identifying what are the critical things that matter to us, right? And then we focus on the direction that will take us there. Second month, alignment. You're able to be in touch with what is important to you, and then you're able to align your action based on those goals. If you notice, one of the challenges that we talked about in the beginning of our conversation is that your calendar is not looking like who wants to execute. I say that again. No offense meant, but what you are doing every day, what your routine is, doesn't look like somebody who needs the result that you have been praying for. So within the second month, we're able to resolve that issue, those challenges, by aligning your core actions, your result generating activities towards your goal. And then you fix the decision making problems that you struggle with, and then we help you build frameworks. Month three, execution, execution, execution. All right, we refine your daily actions and with daily tracking metrics to make sure that you are doing what you're supposed to do. We have said you move from idea to execution. All right, and then in the course of executing, you get tired. We have built in structured accountability. Right, people who are within the the same industry, fellow founders, fellow CEOs who can buy from you, who will remind you to do what you have promised to do, who will share their experiences, who will refer you, who will connect you. All right. Accountability takes you a notch. All right. In addition to accountability, we have mentorship structure. Others who have experiences in that field that will support you. And then we are able to focus on consistent progress. You do it today, you do it tomorrow, you do it until you win. So notice one of the problem we solve during clarity is the direction problem. You have ideas, but these ideas are not properly directed for you to execute them. So you struggle. If you look at alignment, yes, you have ideas, you have the direction, but you are not aligned. You're not properly aligned. And then let's say you have clarified your direction and your ideas, you are probably achieving alignment, but you're not able to execute. You do one today, tomorrow you skip, the other day you skip. We have built in accountability structures to make sure that you effectively do this. All right. Now you have accountability of your coach, you have the accountability of your community members, and then you are no longer going to be alone in that big idea that you have. So the transformation that this particular framework promises is that you move from confusion to clarity. You move from overthinking to focused thinking. You move from delay to execution. Is anybody here who wants this transformation? Okay. Just type from confusion to execution. If you want this transformation that is being promised, put it in the comment section so that we know that this is exactly what you are looking for. All right. The right structure that moves you from where you are right now. Now, there are certain persons, because your founders are CEOs or professionals, it might seem to you that you're not, confusion, or that your strategies are not scattered. But this framework is going to move you and guarantee this transformation that is promised. All right. I've not seen the comment yet. From confused to execution. Awesome. Awesome. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. All right. Now, what we want to do right now is to pause and ask you one goal. You can put it in the comment section. You can indicate, and I will add you right now. All right. Wait, let me add you, guys, but stay muted, and because I want us to do this particular exercise, everybody. All right. Madam Judith, I'm not able to add you. Say you are not properly connected. All right. So is anybody who have one particular goal they want to take on in the next 90 days? Please unmute and share. Hello, Benjamin, are you speaking?
Yes, I'm right here.
Yes, go. I just asked a question that is on my screen. What is your number one goal for the next 90 days?
Well, it's to I believe it's to at least launch my organic. Also, have a lot of organic content. Also have perhaps also be on the way to having the website launched as well.
Awesome. Awesome. Thanks for for sharing. Dennis, in the next 90 days, what is one big goal that you want to pursue?
Okay, yes, sir. I want to build a mobile game and launch. Yeah. Also, like
Say,
just
say that
one.
again.
I want to build a mobile game,
Okay.
and launch. Yeah, like a
Build a
software.
mobile game and launch.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. Onyedikachi, can you tell us what you're working on in the next 90 days? Hello. Is there anyone that have not said? Okay, for those who have already shared, the next question is there anything that is delaying this execution right now? Is there anything you think as a delaying um, what you have promised to do right now? That is not money, right? Anyone? Dennis,
Mm. Yes,
you're
I
muted.
think time. Yes, time. My schedules are always very tight, so I feel reluctant to. Yeah, because for now, what I currently do is I create and sell courses. So when I make a course and sell, I make money quickly. So that concept of trying to build a solutions that I know I'm not going to make money immediately, it makes me very lazy to do. So I think the time factor, we say time factor. Yeah, so I think that's my major challenge, trying to do something that I know is not going to make profit immediately, or maybe, yeah. Because I know if I do that, that's not going to make profit, like let's say for the next 6 months. So I think I feel too reluctant to just start it up. Yeah. And also, I think I'm also finding difficulty trying to pick the right tool for that. Yeah, so there are a lot of tools I can decide pick for that project, but I still beat my head around the bush trying to, which one should I do? Should I start with an MVP, or should I build something or should I learn a tool that I can use to build a very solid, game, or should I just use what I know to build something small so those kind of things are one of the also challenge why I feel a little bit reluctant.
Okay. Okay. It is thanks for sharing. You know, um, it is one thing to have ideas, is another to execute them, is another thing to also focus on the challenge so far. All right. We took this break so that we know that we are currently working on something that we can scale. All right. So here is the breakthrough moment. The problem is not that goal. All right. For Benjamin, it's not problem is not the goal to launch a website or begin gaining traction for the new product you're putting in the marketplace. Right? The next, the problem is not also um, time for somebody, not Benjamin, and Dennis, that said that the challenge was time. The problem was also not time. All right. Uh, but it is lack of structure. We're going to be sharing the right structure that will help you execute effectively. All right? Structure, not your goal. All right? So, but I'm going to share with you how this is going to be happening in the next 90 days. All right? 1 minute, please. So it's important we we find what the right challenge is. All right. And then we're going to be providing solution to them as we go in. So for those, the very first webinar we had, we shared a beautiful concept. In fact, the topic was from clarity to global stage. All right. Now, when we started, I promised that we are going to be providing a strategic solution in the next 6 months. Just stick with me. All right. Now, the 90 days framework is only the very first phase. We have set this 6 months goal to help us achieve our 2026 goal effectively. Okay. Now, it is divided into two phases. The 90 days is a foundation where we are going to be working with you, moving from clarity to alignment to execution. And then the next 90 days is for global visibility and scale of your business. All right. There's an event that is being planned for November. Is one of our global initiatives where we are planning to feature somebody like Dennis right now, to talk about this new project that you're working on the global stage. Bring those your ideas, because in the next 90 days to 180 days, you are going to build them. You're going to defy all the reasons that have held you back, and then it's going to be ready for the marketplace. All right. So this is a new vision. I hope that you follow me to do this. So it typically happens on November. Now I'm saying this 6 months right now because between now and the next November, you have a solid 180 days plus, a solid 6 months plus, where you are supposed to move from idea to execution. And not just execution, you are going to climb the global stage. All right. Now, this comes with visibility. This global stage comes with opportunities, it comes with partnerships, and it comes with revenue growth. Let me say that again. The kind of 6 months vision that we're going to be sharing right now goes with visibility, goes with opportunities, go with partnerships and revenue growth. Who want in? Okay. If you want in, put I want in the comment section. All right. Who want to follow us and activate the next 6 months roadmap that will effectively move you from ideas to execution. And then you are going to be executing on the global stage. I want in. I want in. Dennis, amazing. Who else wants in? Okay. Now, Benjamin, amazing. Now, it's not enough. It's not enough to have a goal. It's not enough to pursue your success. All right. We are preparing for it. And that is the essence of this call. I had every reason to postpone this call, but I said we should have it. All right. And then also record it for those who are not able to join us right now. Because some of these ideas don't wait. Time is also not waiting for everybody. All right. The very first edition of the Clarified to Clinch conference happened in 2024. And we have used the last 2 years, the last 1 year plus, 1 year and 6 months to create a bigger global stage where you want to move yourself, whatever idea that you have, whatever business proposal that you have, you are not going through a particular structure in the next 90 days and you leave it at that. All right. We are guaranteeing that on that global stage, you have visibility, you have opportunities, you have partnerships, and then revenue growth. Okay. And I asked you to put I want in, and we're getting amazing comments. I want in, I'm in, I'm in. Awesome. So ideas are super amazing. All right. Ideas are super amazing, but they can help you take on the global stage if you provide structure for it, if you provide accountability for it, if you're able to activate your roadmap, the success framework, the clarity, alignment, and execution. All right. Now, this is where the whole game changes. Now, they clarify to clinch 90 days, which is the very first phase. It's not about motivation. All right. I can choose to be your motivational speaker tonight and tell you that you're possible, tell you about the beautiful things that you can do or not do. All right. We're not also sharing a theory. Clarify to clinch is not a theory. All right. But it is a structured execution framework. I showed you already what you'll be doing in the very first month. Focus on the right direction, remove distraction, clarify your core values, identify the critical goals that you want to set. Now, by the time we begin this framework, by the time we activate this framework, especially for those who are in the first cohort, who have the full 6 months before the global stage in November, all right, you will find out that you are definitely going to refine those goals. You're definitely going to refine those ideas, because we are going to be profiling a structure that will take you into the global stage. What is in it for you, for those who said that I'm in? Okay, the 90 days framework, which is the very first phase, and then the other 90 days is the implementation visibility stage. All right, the very first stage provides you weekly coaching sessions where we're going to be designing these your ideas for it to be ready for the marketplace, where we are going to be building structures, where we are going to be building accountability, where we are going to be creating systems. All right. We are not going to tell you that, yes, you have ideas, just go and execute. No, we are going to be designing clear execution frameworks that is tailored to your industry, tailored to your niche. All right. And then accountability tracking. Every week, we're going to be meeting with you to know the progress that you're making. All right. For the group sessions, we meet twice in a week. And then for those who are on the group package, all right, you have opportunity to do one-on-one with me every month. So in the next 90 days, you have opportunity to have an exclusive one-on-one where we're going to be refining those big ideas for the global stage with me. All right. You're going to be having the community support, because for those who are activating this, we are moving you from the general platform, the Clarify to Clinch Inner Circle, to what we call Clarify to Clinch Elite, the Inner Circle Elite. All right. Let me share the vision once more. Let me take this back. Now, on this global stage, all right, we are not just going to give you seminars. On this global stage, you are climbing as a founder. You're climbing the stage as a CEO or a top professional who have ideas for the global marketplace. It's going to be sort of exhibition, all right? And because other industry players, other mentors, other your target audience are also going to be there, you're going to be getting on the spot opportunities, on the spot partnership, and then post this event, your revenue is going to skyrocket. All right. So what you are getting in this structured framework is weekly coaching session, clear execution framework, accountability tracking, community support, and then strategic direction. And that we're going to be giving this strategic direction unique to your own propositions. All right. Unique to your own ideas, unique to your own product. Benjamin is building something entirely different. Onyedikachi is building something entirely different. Dennis is building something entirely different. All right. After group sessions, you're going to be having strategic one-on-one on how we are going to make this product worth the marketplace. Do you still want in or you want out? All right. So what makes this different than any other thing that you have seen before is that you're going to be having a focused result. Focused result. All right. Result, we're going to be focusing on that particular idea. We're going to be cutting down on other things that take your time. We're not saying you should resign. We're not saying you should quit your businesses, but we are going to be dedicating, some time to work on that particular idea to give you the desired result. So result focused. That's what makes it different. What makes it different is that it's structured. All right. I've shown you what is going to be happening in month 1, month 2, month 3, and then what's going to be happening in the rest 90 days for global visibility, opportunities, and partnerships. All right. Another thing that makes it different is high accountability. You're not alone. No single businessman or woman succeeds alone. Does that shock you? All right. When you come and be writing your story and said, I made it, I did it. You didn't do it alone. Because that idea, that business, that success depended on a structure. And that structure is what we're providing you. All right. And then what makes it different as well is that it is built for serious individuals. That is why in the open community we are about 78, about 80 people in that place. Whereas in the inner circle elites is few. We're also going to be making the door is still open for people to join the general platform. All right. But the cohort is going to be happening in a closed circle, maximum 15, between 10 and 15 persons. All right. So serious individuals only. This is for founders, CEOs, leaders, and top professionals who are ready to execute. If this is for you, you are in the right place. If you don't fall into any of these categories, you can also send me a DM so that we can design something that works for you. But if you fall into any of these categories and you want to take the global stage in 2026, not in 2027, then this is for you. All right. Who is this not for? We have to draw the line. All right. This is not for everybody. That's what we mean. This is not for a passive learner, somebody who thinks that if I read one book right now, I'm able to, execute immediately. This is not for you. This is also not for you if you are an excuse maker. Oh, I have 15 children. They are not able to help me, allow me to do what I'm supposed to do. I don't have money. I don't have time. Those are excuses. As long as you want it bad enough, we can make it happen for you. So, but if you are so in love with the excuses that you're giving right now, this is not for you. All right? And this is also not for people who are not ready to act. Because we're not going to be playing in the house. We are going to be talking about something that can help you take on the global market. I don't think that this slide is for anybody who is in this place. All right? Because I see you are founders, you are CEOs, you're top professionals, you're leaders, you are people who are ready to move from ideas to execution to the global stage. All right? Now, after all said and done, most people don't fail from lack of abilities. Do you know why they fail? They fail from lack of execution structure. Until you take this structure away from me right now, you will stay with your ideas. You will stay in your old approach. All right? So I'm going to tell you how you can uptake this approach. I want to tell you how you can uptake this structure right now. All right? You have two options. See the picture on top right. Okay? Somebody who have ideas and try to figure it out. Somebody has said you can use Google. Say coaching doesn't spend money anymore. All these coaches that are on Instagram or people who tell you they can help this and do this for you, you can do it on your own. This is one option that you have. Continue to figure it out on your own. Option 2 is that you follow a proven system. Before I move forward, all right, Benjamin, can you still hear me? Let me add you up and have
Yes, I can hear you.
right. Have you gone through this 90 days framework, the clarify to clinch?
Yes.
Was it helpful in any way?
Oh, yes, it was very helpful. Very, very helpful in many different ways.
Tell us more, because
Oh,
people.
yes, it was.
Go ahead.
Yes,
Go
it was
ahead.
very helpful because we drove into all the different dimensions of life. You know, we spoke about health, we talked about career, we spoke about relationships, we spoke about finance, and I felt like the whole the framework for 90 days addressed and touched every aspect of those major dimensions in life and helped to improve them. And I think that as a result of that, like holistic approach where everything was improved, the end result was something very, 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 very meaningful.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Now, people
Yeah.
like Benjamin follow the proven system. Now, I didn't, of course, I'm not giving you 10% of what is going to be happening in that circle, all right? In that 90 days. What Benjamin had just told you happened in week 1. That is just one exercise. That is just one tool. We call it the wheel of life. All right. It determines your life satisfaction index. It helps you. Is one of the things that we're going to be doing to tell you that your problem is not finance. Your problem is not your relationship. Your problem is not your health. All right. Is the totality. So once you are able to clarify and able to make sure that everything is properly aligned for whatever aspect of your life, there are 8 critical dimensions that are responsible for success. 8 critical dimensions. I'm not going to tell you what these 8 are, but we have spoken about a bit of them. All right. So, before I let you go, Benjamin, did anything happen to your initial idea that you brought into the framework as to when you graduated from the program?
Oh, yes, definitely. Uh, I say when I got into the program, I had an initial idea, but it was not necessarily something that was ready to for that was something that was ready for me to take to the market. It was more something I was able to work on my own. But like you said, you cannot succeed on your own. The program kind of helped me to refine my ideas, and over time, I believe with the additional support that I've received, I'm able to say that I have something that I know that will be very, 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 very marketable and very, very useful in the marketplace.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Benjamin. Now,
Yes.
many of you are going to be seeing Benjamin a little more often. we have designed what we call, should I spill? Let me not spill yet. But as a business owner, as a founder, as a CEO, as a top leader in your industry, Benjamin is working on something that will save you money, save you time, all right? Something in the area of decision making. Now, within our ecosystem, you have professionals who have the solution that your business need to ride on. When we talk about accountability, when we talk about structure, this is what we mean. All right. So after all said and done, two options for you. You want to keep figuring it out on your own, which is fine. All right. Or you simply want to follow a proven system, a system that works. I had the opportunity to attend a stakeholder engagement on Monday. That was, yes, no, Monday on Wednesday, right, at the University of Abuja. All right, it was a it was a European Union sponsored intervention in the sickle cell space, a 4 years program, a one um, a 1 million euro project. All right. As I stepped in there, I represented one of our community members who is one of the top voices in the space as we speak. Benjamin, I told you this story on Wednesday when we met. All right. Now, this is what's about to happen in your space. You're able to take on the global stage because there are certain things you need to correct that you're not doing rightly. Okay, and that's for those who have started. For those who have beautiful ideas that have not started, there is a global stage waiting for you. And then to take that stage, you are going to pass through a proven system. One of my mentees just joined, all right? Ishaku, all right? In July, he is hosting his very first conference, all right? Now, some of these things, this particular this particular idea of hosting a conference is not up to 3 months. But I remember in the past, in October, was it October? In August, he shared an idea of what he wanted to do with ID. Let me add you. ID, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir. I can hear you.
I want to put you on the spot because it's spotlight
Okay,
for our community. It's spotlight for our community members. I don't they blow your trumpet for you. All
thank you,
right.
sir. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Yeah, this young man has convoked a conference. All right. His work focuses on coaching and mentoring high school students. The initiative is called Beyond the Books. All right. But ID, ID, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm with you, sir. I'm with you.
Can you recall first time we talked about B2B initiative? The very first time we had that discussion. Can you remember where it was?
I really can't remember, but I don't. Yeah, it was in Abuja here during our family camp in Abuja here there at Anapo. I remember that is, sir.
That was August, right? During the
Yes,
long
sir.
vac.
Exactly, sir.
Okay. Now, that what was B2B about? Maybe share with us.
Okay, thank you so much for the opportunity, sir. BTV, as you said, it's beyond the books, and what we do there is that we're able to pull out everything to bring some of this knowledge that is very important to the students that is not being captured in the school curriculum, because I realized that a lot of people are making some mistakes out of ignorance, not because they were doing it intentionally. And Ministry of Education have not been able to see the necessity of bringing some of these things, these life skills, to be part of their school curriculum, to lecture the student about things that has to do with self-discovery, knowing their potentials, understanding the mindset, when to start and how to start, knowing that they can start doing massive things even while they are still in the high school and all of those things. So these are some of the things that we teach the students during our sessions. And let me just stay here.
Sorry, let me pause you. All right, that idea, has it started
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
beyond the initiation and the mentoring and the structure that we put in place for it? So it has started already. Has it? I was waiting for feedback.
Yes, of course, of course. We do that, sir.
Okay. Okay. The point I'm trying to make is that this is not just at the stage of meeting these young people in the classrooms. Now, this idea has graduated for him to be hosting the very first B2B conference happening in July. All right. So you don't need 1 year, you don't need forever. What you need is proven system and structure. All right. So you have big ideas, they can remain big ideas. But if you want structure, we help you to do that. All right. Thank you, Dambaba, for that. So we are going to be launching the very first cohort of the Clarified to Clinch, the first 90 days on the next week, Saturday. All right. That's where we're doing the onboarding. And we're starting on Saturday. So we have between today and Wednesday to finish everybody who wants to be on this cohort. Now, we have room for 10, maximum 15 per cohort, because we are going to be meeting and making sure we are going to be touching everybody in the group. Remember, apart from the group work, you have an exclusive time once a month with me. So this cohort 1 is going to be helping you to achieve everything that we have talked about this framework can do for you. All right. So there are limited slots, maximum 15 for the first cohort. But the way we planned it is that we're going to be introducing cohorts. But the unfortunate thing, if you miss the first cohort, is that you might not have 6 months of execution time. All right. But we will close the cohort when we have at least 90 days. Are we together? But for those who are going to be activating, who are going to be joining cohort 1, all right, you have at least 6 months to play with before the global stage. You have high accountability, and then it's not going to be open forever. I've told you we are closing the door on Wednesday. On Saturday, we start that cohort. All right. We might not be doing a webinar like this to prepare your mind to do that. So what we're going to be doing right now is to do aggressive marketing for very few persons who are going to pay the right amount, not the subsidized amount, to join the cohort. But for the community members, something amazing have been done for you. All right. Now, for cohort 1, we are automatically migrating you to the inner circle elite, where you are qualified to be featured in November on the global stage, when you have gone through the entire 6 months and you're executing. All right. Once again, this is not for everybody. It's only for serious individuals, and this access will be closing very soon. All right. So for community members, for community members, we are making an 80% discount. Normally, this 90 days framework costs 1 million naira. All right. You heard Benjamin speak to you before. So, but what we do, the normal price, we keep it for private individuals. All right. But for this cohort, for maximum of 15 people, we are removing 80 whooping percent out. And this offer is still open till Wednesday. Okay, we will take the next 3 days to prepare you for the onboarding on Saturday. All right. So you're not paying 1 million. You're not paying 500,000. You're paying only 200,000 for the entire 90 days. And then the next 90 days follows on your implementation while you get ready for the global stage. All right. There is something that is called the cost of inaction. All right. If nothing changes, nothing changes. So I don't know where you are right now in your business, in your career, as a founder or as a CEO. I don't know where you are. Maybe you are new with just ideas. But if you stay with those ideas on your own and do nothing, nothing changes. I'm not saying that solution or success is only possible if you are in my class, if you are in the inner circle elite. But at least that's a program. At least that's a structure. At least you provide you the right system to achieve the global stage and achieve your goal. Now, some of these programs are set up strategic for the month of May, because you need to check the goal you set in January, how far, since you've been doing it on your own. How far so far? But support is possible. All right. So here is a new vision right now. Imagine where you have clear direction on what you can be doing to achieve your 2026 goal and beyond. Imagine that you cannot break your execution because you have a consistency mechanism. You have accountability structure. You have the frameworks that can keep you consistent throughout this time until you achieve your 2026 goal. Simply imagine the fact that you are achieving global visibility. As I said, ideas are not enough. Imagination is also not enough. Action separates you from thinkers to people who take global stages. I developed an idea in 2004. For those who came earlier, I showed you my 2022 roadmap to where we are right now. We can't complain. We praise God for what He is doing. All right? But give us the opportunity to help you to rewrite your business trajectory and achieve your desired goals. The next 90 days starts today. When you're able to envision clarity, alignment, and execution. All right? So now, this elite session of this community, all right, gives you access to the 90 days Clarify to Clinch program. and you're going to be getting access immediately, and you begin your execution journey immediately, and you are positioning for the global stage in November. So for those who taught you goal setting in January, where are they? Beyond beyond the learnings, beyond the education, something has to give, which is execution. And that starts from this framework. So thank you so much for being part of this session. The final reminder is that ideas don't change your life. Execution does. Okay? Thank you so much for being part of this session. I want to ask you to, if you have any question, you can put it in the comment section or indicate, and I'll add you, and you will give us your feedback. All right? Anybody, any question so far? Ishak is saying 100%. Amazing. Thank you so much for that feedback. All right? Do you have any question about any session? Okay, Dennis, let me add you up. Go ahead. If any other
Okay,
say have
yes.
question, just put it, indicate in the comment section so that I can bring you up. Go ahead, Dennis.
Yes, yes. Thanks, sir, for the lecture. So I want to ask a question based on I don't know, is it a one-time payment fee or can it be broken down into 4 payments? Like, can you pay 4 times, I mean, within the 90 days, or is it a one-time payment? That's my question.
What is a one-time payment? Okay, because we have yanked 80% out of it. Okay. However, if we see some seriousness, because I know how passionate you are, we can vary it for 2 installments. All right. We can vary it for 2 installments. You pay 100,000 to start, and then in the second month, you pay 105,000. Okay. You'll be wondering where the 5,000 is coming from. All right. So if I'm to keep the spot for you, you pay interest. All right. So, but the beautiful thing for you that is interested, and anybody who is interested, and the challenge is that you're not able to do the one-off payment and you can vary it twice. By all means, please send me a DM. We can work that out for you. Okay. Ishaku. Dennis, is that clear? Do you have any other concern?
No, that's clear. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. But by all means, let's chat. All right, we can work out the best thing for you. All right.
All right, thanks.
Yeah. Yes, Mishaku, go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. It's just an encouragement. I think I've been a beneficiary of your mentorship, and not that I'm still on it. I've been enjoying it, and that is really God's grace. And to be honest, there's something I learned. This thing you just said, it's something that is really going on amongst us, the youth. We have people that have bunch of ideas in their head, but then execution is actually the problem. And I think I'm not trying to pitch you though, but we didn't have this conversation, so it may not be what somebody right here. I think when I met you, there's this thing that you always tell me when I have an idea, I should put it on paper and make sure that we work towards it. So whenever I have an idea, I try to bring it to you, and whenever I bring it to you, you always make sure that I execute that idea, like I put it out there and to get the results. So this is just a call for every one of us that truly idea is not enough. We need execution. That is why I send that 100% for us to, you know, to really know that. So thank you so much for everything that you're doing. And I think I would recommend everyone, and I'm recommending myself too, by the grace of God, I will try and be part of this program. So that will also help me to do better on what I'm doing. So thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shaku, for your kind words. All right. Do you have any other question? Any other question before we call it a night? Or any comment? Someone who wants to share some amazing idea you think can help everybody, or vote of thanks, anything, just indicate so that I can add you up. Let me bring down. Okay, thank you so much for your active participation tonight. The cost of inaction. If nothing changes, nothing changes. I wish you the very best. However, whether you are part of the inner circle elite or not, all right, our doors are still open for the community. They clarify to clinch inner circle where you already are. If you have any question, you can drop it on the comment on the general platform. We have mentors who are already waiting to address those questions, right? But if you want a structured pathway to the global stage where you will not just execute your ideas, the world will come and uplift it. The world will bring partnerships. The world will bring um, collaborations. Then it is high time that you join the inner circle. All right. So thank you so much for being part of this session. Without much ado, I wish you a beautiful evening. Bye for now.